Hello, and welcome to joining us for our episode 6 of our Burning Wheel campaign. We're All Systems Go, and I'm Abby, the game master for this campaign. I did want to touch on two things before we jump into it. First of all, I wanted to mention our YouTube channel, where we upload the stream usually the Thursday after we play. You can find a link to that at the overlays at the bottom of the Twitch, and we'd love to see you there. I also wanted to mention that we are potentially, hopefully next week, starting a Dungeon World playthrough, where Logan will be our GM there. And I think hopefully we'll kick that off next week with world building. But stay tuned on Twitter and here to get more information on that. We'll post the schedule on Twitch once it's finalized. As always, we're going to jump right into playing. We'll have the players and characters introduce themselves, run through everybody's bits, beliefs, instincts, and traits, and then we'll just jump into it. So John, if you want to kick us off.
Hey folks, I'm John. I'm playing Alphonse. It's from last time. I think, are we going to do those before the bits?
No, do that after.
Cool, okay, alrighty. So as far as bits go for Alphonse, his three main beliefs are that he, one, needs allies in the staff or the faculty of the school, either on the hunt for clues or getting back into the library. So he's going to work on boosting some friendships there. Two, Sergeant John warned Alphonse of the people he associates with, and especially with regard to Venus's family. So Alphonse is going to get to the bottom of what that means one way or another. And finally, Bertrand invited me to go to church more often, and specifically tonight. So on top of school and investigating disappearances, it's time to play a better show of faith to make sure that I can kind of get back in his good graces. Alphonse's instincts have changed a lot since the beginning, I think. Firstly, when a fight breaks out, Alphonse is going to be first into the fray. He will cover any suspicion about his ambitions with a speech about how being a good student or a good citizen or a good person of faith is. And finally, he despises disorder, and he gets upset when he's forced to leave it be. And that can range from flustered to downright bitchy. So I'll try to play that up this session. Some of his traits: he's smart, very geometric, can be a rabble-rouser, or at least tries, obviously gifted. He's practical and passionate. And then from some of his city traits, he has a forced smile and lavish taste. And finally, thanks to some craziness at the school, he's evasive about what happened to the headmistress for the entire adventure. Some of the highlights from last session: he failed to find the assistant headmistress twice trying to get back into the library. It's very frustrating. We're going on 2 days, and I think a lot of tests since he's been able to get in there. He also learned, he ran into his cousin Bertrand on the street and got talked into going to church. Kind of ventured around doing some more investigation with and Venus, and ran into Sweet Chrissy, who I hope we'll hear more about later, and went to a bar, actually, where he bought Venus a lot of dreams, learned a little bit about his brother after told that Venus had no family, and also learned that Venus does indeed have a living mother. So yeah, last we left off, Alphonse had managed to get Venus back to Venus's dorm space or little cabin, and kept him away from, oh my gosh, what is his boyfriend's name? Delfino, yes. Kept him away from Delfino's place because obviously you can't consent when you've had that much alcohol. Obviously. And I think that's where we left off for Alphonse.
Cool. Logan, Logan will be joining us late. He'll probably come in at our first break around 8. So I'll just go through Venus really quick so you guys have that when he joins us. So Venus, his beliefs are: my mother has tasked me with finding the whereabouts of the headmistress. I will find an ally in my investigation. Delfino has provided us a lead. I will investigate these rumors and report back to my mother. I will not disappoint her. And there is something suspicious happening around Ezra, lover number 2. I must determine who or what is behind this. His instincts are: when confronted with my falsehoods, I double down and deflect. I will never forget even the slightest of slights. That's a typo. I'll fix that. And I will never turn down a cup of wine or other pleasure. Venus's traits are: forced smile, passionate, lavish taste, gifted, catamite, dangerous, misunderstood, evasive about the headmistress, and hard-hearted. And last he left off, he was in his cabin drunk at 4 in the afternoon. So we'll see what happens to him once he joins us. Then Sean, do you want to kick off Mia, and then we'll get started?
Yeah, definitely. So my name's Sean, and I'll be playing Mia. So Mia's beliefs at the moment: Stella is the most powerful figure at the school, and I need to figure out if I can trust her. Venus is working at a very strange angle, and I want to know what his goals are. And then I hurt my sister by telling her a vision, and I want to make amends for hurting her. Then instincts, I changed one of them, but most of them are. I memorize my dreams and visions at the expense of other. The new one is I help the helpless at any cost. And the third is I sing to myself in moments of quiet and to soothe myself in times of stress. As far as traits go, she's got a bunch of fun stuff. Earthen, devout, folksy wisdom, hoarding, disturbed, a little crazy, vitriolic, gifted, dreamer, and touch of ages. And then kind of highlights for Mia from last week, or last 2 weeks, I guess. She exploded, and that's kind of where we left off. But she found Jenny's body and took care of it with some sorcerer's fire, but ended up taking care of herself a little bit as well, in a bad sort of way. And is now kind of limping back to the school. But yeah, I think that's really the most important thing. Other than that, everything pales in comparison.
Cool. So, which of you would like to start us off? Anybody have any ideas?
I know that I have to go to church, so if that's something we want to postpone or get over with, I'm down for whichever.
Okay. I do think so. We'll start with Mia.
Yeah.
Mia
So
failed her inconspicuous test, leaving from the fire by 1 for anybody who missed it. So I think we start with her, and as she's like limping away from these burning buildings and the fire is spreading, like some city guard sees you and like rushes up to you and is like, "Girl, stop there."
okay. Mia like turns to him, and I think, well, she's obviously injured, so I think she's gonna lie through her teeth. She's gonna go, "Oh, thank goodness, sir. I need help. I saw someone go into that building, and I followed them, and then this explosion went off. I don't even know what happened. I was trying to get to. I don't know where the person went. I think they went that way." And she points in the opposite direction.
Make a falsehood test.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Can I get a +1 for obviously being injured?
Sure. It's, let's see, it's based, the ob is his will. Do I have a guard? So it's ob 3.
Ob 3. For falsehood, my falsehood's 3. Oh. Um. Can I fork in astrology?
You have falsehood?
Yeah, I do.
I think you can fork astrology into anything.
I can, but I just like to ask. All right, so that'll give me a +2 on the modifiers, and I'll save the Artha, and we said base ob 3.
Oh, a 6?
Oh, I forgot I was wounded.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
And
jeez.
that affects
Awful.
everything. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. No, that's not even worth re-rolling on.
Oh, that sucks.
Things are going to be super interesting.
Okay. Oh, don't worry. Mia's got more tricks up her sleeve.
So the guard kind of grabs you, and he's like, a likely story. We'll talk to you at the barracks and see if you are in fact innocent, and like carries you away.
All right. Okay.
He
Yeah, I
takes
think
you like towards the tower where you've been before,
towards the.
like the guard tower.
Oh, yeah. The tower where we met John, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think. Oh. Is he. He's got me he's just holding me, right? He's not like handcuffed me or
No, he's just
put any
like
shackles or anything.
Mia's pretty small. He's just like holding your arm and bringing you along.
I think should I cast an illusion? Should I transform? Cast an illusion, transform. I think she's gonna try and transform into a black cat again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use black as night to try and escape. God no, forgot I've got that stupid +1. Okay.
Not worth.
It's a dangerous
Maybe
game.
Sergeant John will recognize you.
Yeah, he doesn't particularly like me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think she would do it anyways. I can do the like grit your teeth thing or whatever, use up a fate to nullify my -1 temporarily.
Yeah.
And I'll do sorcery, of course, Forkin, astrology, and I'm doing my named spell, Black as Night, turn into a black cat.
What's the ob of that?
Ob 3.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put it in as Ob 2 because the game's going to automatically add in 1 Ob on there for my wound. But I'm using the Artha to negate it.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah. Whoa!
Ooh,
nice.
stellar. Oh, it's because my 6 exploded.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I use? No, I guess it's not. It doesn't. Not worth it. Okay, yeah. So even though he's got one hand, like grasp, she's like kind of trailing behind him loosely, so he's not looking at her, and then starts to make the hand signs and mumble the incantation needed to transform into the cat. And suddenly, he realizes that he's not holding a human hand anymore. He's holding a little paw. Mia slashes at him. He lets go, just kind of in shock, and scampers away.
Okay. Make a speed roll versus his speed. Let's see, what would his speed be? How many character burns?
Okay.
He gets 14 physical.
So my base speed is 4, but I'm a cat.
You can have an advantage. What did I say? 14? it's at
Yes,
least
you said
3 in
14.
everything, and then plus 1 probably in that. And I don't. Yeah. He's a go.
Dude,
Okay. So his speed. Ooh, he rolled really well.
oh man, I was trying to look up once again how long the that shrug it off thing lasts.
Did we
Because
decide? We decided last time it was something.
we did, and of course, last time was a long time ago.
It was a long time.
It was, I think it was just supposed to be one one encounter, but oh, there we go. It says until the scene is over. So can we include this chase as part of the scene?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got +1 to this speed test because I'm like cat. And put in the base up. Oh yes.
Nice.
All right, 3 for 3.
Okay, so he chases after you. But you're able to like slip down an alley and lose him. Yeah, and I think you are able to escape, and he doesn't find you again.
Yeah, I think the spell only lasts for one scene, so I think pretty much as soon as
she escapes, she
escapes and feels relatively safe,
Yep.
her tenuous hold kind of slips, and she's back to regular old Mia. Who's now like a wanted fugitive, but it's fine.
There's some interesting decisions.
She wasn't gonna just go with the law. The forest knows no law. And she's just trying to make it back to the
Yep.
to the school because she needs to tend to her wounds.
Yep. Where did she
and kind of
her
regroup.
Little cubby?
Yeah, yeah, I think first things, I mean, it's kind of late too. I think she would just be like, I'm done. Unless anyone really needs me or wants me to do something, I think, yeah, she's going to be pretty much done.
Okay.
I do want to make that health test.
Yeah. When can
for
you
the
make these?
Yeah, the health test. So it's for superficial wounds, which is what Mia has. You just have to pass an OB1 health test.
At any point.
But it says it says a superficial wound, and technically I have 2, so I guess I might take 2
What
tests.
page are you on?
492. If failed, the wound remains for 10 minus 4 hours, which is 6 from the acting. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It'll just so you have to make an OB1 health test for each of your superficial wounds.
Yeah, and I've got an obstacle penalty of 1 and a health of 3. So we're doing great. I was like, is there an infirmary at this school? Probably, but I don't think she'd know where it is. Nor would I think she'd want to use it.
Well, there's one.
Oh.
Nice.
Do you want to do
Cool.
the other?
All right. One more. I thought it would add a penalty, but I guess it doesn't for
That might be just to, let me see.
I guess it's to everything except the health test, maybe. Otherwise, I feel both of them.
That's good though. Let's see.
because I thought it would have been everything.
Wound penalty dice are subtracted from stats, skills, reflexes, and steel. Health, mortal wound, circles, resources, and emotional attributes like faith are not affected.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, the computer is smart.
The computer is smart.
So yeah,
Good
so
to
you
know.
bandage yourself up in your little hovel or whatever. And I think maybe this takes a couple hours, so it's like 6.
Yeah.
And as you are like finishing bandaging and cauterizing, although everything's probably cauterized already.
I think she maybe mixes together a little poultice. You know,
Yeah.
she's got herbs. She knows herbalism, so she makes some stuff to help with the healing. But
yeah, as you finish that, you hear like a voice call out to you from the courtyard, like a little bit away, and you just hear your name, like Mia. Mia.
she like looks around, and is like, "Hello, who's there?"
So yeah, you look around, you turn behind you, and Lissa is like walking towards you in a little hurry. She's like, Mia, I've been looking for you.
She's Mia's just like, what? How did you know where to find me? What are you doing here?
Well, I knew you were at the college, and I mean, you kind of live out in the open, so it wasn't that hard to
Well,
find you.
okay, that's true. But I wasn't expecting to see you so soon.
So soon from what? I saw you a couple days ago.
I know. It didn't seem like you wanted to see me. But
Well, I thought it
have
was
you?
about time for some good old-fashioned sister bonding.
Sister to sister. She's oh.
She like comes up and sits next to you.
I think Mia is very like stiff and does not. It's been so long. Like it's been probably almost like 10 years. I mean, so I don't think it's easy. And I think she's kind of just like, I appreciate this, Lissa, but did you think about my warning at all? I promise you this is not something to be trifled with.
Oh, I know it's not something to be trifled with, but you can take a break from saving the world, right?
Yes, maybe, but not really.
Well,
I mean,
thought. Well, okay, hold on. Out of character, I need to know who the Greek god for like healing and medicine is.
usually
Isn't
it's
it?
Apollo.
I thought it was Hermes for some reason.
Hermes sounds
No,
right.
Hermes is the traveler. Hermes has the staff,
Let's see. Apollo.
but it's
Oh,
easily
you're right.
confused. He's got a winged staff.
Is it Apollo?
It's Apollo.
Apollo or Asclepius.
Yeah, that's the other one. The
Huh.
more esoteric one.
Yeah, we'll do Apollo. So.
Cool.
Who's also the god of visions, by the by.
Is he?
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
The Oracle of Delphi is Apollo.
I don't want
All that
Apollo.
fun
I
stuff.
want that other guy.
Asclepius.
Asclepius? Sure. He's the son of Apollo. Is he just healing? This is
I'm not sure.
but I need to know. Yeah.
I think he's also medicine
the guy with
and
the
healing.
kinesis. Okay, great. So, Asclepius? What is his name?
Asclepius, I think,
Okay.
is probably
So
the
yeah,
closest.
Lissa's like, the Temple of Asclepius is having service or whatever the name for what they do is, a worship period tonight, and I thought that it would be great if you and I attended together.
Um, sure. I mean, I'm always willing to give to the gods, but do you have an offering in mind?
I do. I got it covered.
All right. Lead the way. This is your home.
I mean, it's your home too now, Mia. And she like takes
Uh,
you
Mia's like, I just got here.
like 3 days ago. No, she like takes you by the arm.
Damn, what's with
Like
people dragging
nicely.
me around?
She's not
Oh,
dragging you. But and she like leads you down the hill. And then we're gonna jump to Alphonse.
Woo.
So Alphonse, are you going to church with your cousin?
Yes. I promised Bertrand I would try to make it to service at Athena's temple tonight, and so I'm gonna go either grab like a large amount of coffee from my workshop or purchase some coffee to present at the altar.
Athena
Athena's
only takes coffee.
favorite offering, prime coffee. She prefers the Costa Rican dark blend.
Uncultured, it should only be light blend at worst. But yes, so I will absolutely take her coffee because it's what he uses to focus in the absence of Athena's help. So it seems right that that's what he would give her
Yep. Cool. So
or
you go
something.
get some coffee, and show up to the Temple of Athena. I would assume early. That seems like what Alphonse would do.
Probably by like 50, yeah, probably by like 20 minutes or so. That way he can like make his offering and do a little prayer with a little more privacy than a group session. Um, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's all I can
So
really think of. Because like I really like the idea of laying out some coffee in like a nice geometric pattern or something, but that feels like something that would be frowned upon. I'm just not actually sure what to what to build into this temple.
yeah. So you show up at the Temple of Athena, and Bertrand's like just standing awkwardly, like outside of the double doors, like he's waiting for you at a party. Like he's just like wallflowering.
Oh, that's actually really sweet.
And you
Yeah,
show
I'll
From
go
the
up.
up
head
to
of the religious order.
Yeah. And you show up, and he kind of like waves you over and is like, "Oh, Alphonse, I'm so glad you were able to make it. It's good to see
Yeah,
that your religious endeavors haven't gone completely to waste."
absolutely not. And I mean, it's been a while, but it's never a bad time for coffee, right? And I hold it up to him to smell.
Yeah. He's like, "Well, I know
Um,
you like to bring your coffee to Athena, but I wanted to see if you were interested in going to the Temple of Asclepius tonight after the show.
No.
I heard that
As-
there is an exciting event happening there tonight."
Asclepius would Alphonse even know Asclepius?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Okay,
he's relative. I mean, he's not one of the major pantheon, but if
Let's
you were
see.
raised in the culture and your cousin's high priest,
But he's not devout.
well,
well,
okay, okay.
kind of.
Make just like an odd one history.
Ooh, I think I have history.
Yeah, you do.
Good. Let that be the one skill
You
I
have
get to
brawling?
like,
What
develop.
the heck? And sword?
Yeah, because remember, after the first session, I had to redo stuff that I messed
That's
up.
true. Because you need sword to be able to use sorcerer's weapon, right?
Yes, I think. Okay. So I am rolling for history. Oh, this could actually not go.
Yeah.
Let's find out. It is 0 modifier. You said base up 1?
Yep.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Whoa, 1v1. Oh, Asclepius. That's I wasn't aware that they had a lot of following, or really held events. What's going on?
It's more of a private event, but I wanted to invite you to it.
I mean, I can tell you really want to, and so yes, let's go. But also, I kind of really planned on giving this to a theme. Can I go ahead and do this really quick?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
sure,
it's
sure.
a
Go
change
ahead.
of plans, and I'm really,
Yeah, just
you know
go
how I
ahead.
am with that. And
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
but
He just like pushes you in the doors.
okay, cool.
Just be quick
Yes.
about it.
Okay. In that case, can it be, because I really like this idea, that it's not bad form for me to make like a little artsy geometric thing at the altar with the coffee?
Yeah.
Yay! Oh my goodness. It's gonna just be like, what will I give to Athena? What tests do I have coming up?
What tests do you?
It's probably something in
You've
like
got like an
illusion,
illusion test.
I was gonna say you
Yeah.
probably need help in
which
illusion.
is
Yeah.
super not my strong suit. So I'm gonna do like a symbol for whatever you would have to kind of mimic with your hands to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
and it's going to be, I guess, the cheerfulest or the most related to Athena. So it's not like, here's how to cast an illusion for a demon.
Yeah,
It's...
you do an owl illusion.
I love it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I draw up.
Okay.
And
Make just a speed test. No base up.
a speed test.
Yeah,
Okay.
test.
Oh my
Just to
gosh,
see
if I can
how
pull,
fast you are.
if I can pull up the right thing here. Okay. I am a speedy boy.
You are a speedy boy.
Okay. 0 mod, 0 alpha, base ob 0.
Yep.
Submit.
Nice.
I did
So
3.
you finish before 7. And are able, like, you make it back out to Bertrand, and he's like, "Oh, that was quick, Alphonse. Thank you for making that fast."
It's a start.
Towards what?
Towards, I guess, doing more.
That's good.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm excited. This is different. It's it's like I said, it's a little uncomfortable. I'm not really used to change, especially on such a dime. But it's fine.
Okay. I'm glad to hear you're open to it. And you head towards the temple of Asclepius. Go back to Mia. So
Yeah.
Lissa brings you to this temple, and she's still like kind of holding on to you.
Is there like a big crowd or anything?
There are. It's a big crowd for Asclepius. It's pretty small though. Like he's got just like a little shrine kind of thing. Maybe not even a whole building. Maybe it's like a couple of benches like laid out next to like a statue or something.
Okay.
So there's people like milling about in the street, but
Okay, yeah.
and then a couple of like Asclepius followers like praying to him at the statue and giving offerings and stuff. And there's like a little fire that they've got going, and they're like throwing their stuff into there.
Yeah. I think as we like arrive, Mia asks Lissa. She says, Lissa, Asclepius is an unusual uh, choice. Is someone ill within your family? I hope no one's sick.
Nobody's sick, Mia. We're just here. A friend gave me this idea, and I thought I would try it.
Oh. And what exactly are we trying?
We're just
Dear Lissa, who I love so much, despite all that has come between us.
we're just here to pray to Asclepius, just like the old days.
Like, well, lead the way, big sis.
She brings you over and like sits you in the front row.
I think Mia's kind of like shrinking in on herself, like especially because they're in the front row, and is like a little nervous now,
Yeah.
like with all these people around.
Make a perception ob-2 check.
Perception up to. All right, 2 to 2. Man, we're just barely nailing them.
It's good enough. No, in the so there are like maybe 3 rows of benches or like 3 seating options, spread out before this like offering statue. And
Mm-hmm.
like in the back, kind of hooded, you see the same guard earlier that was trying to bring you to
Oh.
the tower. He's just like hooded and trying to hide his face, but you notice him.
Can I tell he has like noticed me, or do I have any reason to believe he knows it's me? I guess I'm so distinguishable.
Yeah, let's. You are very distinguishable. Let me look at what I've got going on though.
And recently singed.
Let's see.
Otherwise, Mia's probably gonna run away.
Just make another perception.
Perception.
Yeah, and we'll make it another ob-2.
All right. Up 2. Wow, right on.
Yeah,
2
so
for 2.
you're rolling really well. He is like obviously trying to pretend that he's not there for something, but he is.
Okay. Yeah, Mia's just spooked now.
Yeah.
Like, I think she turns to Lissa real quick and is like, turns to Lissa, scoots away a little bit, and is like,
She doesn't
thank
let you.
you.
She like tightens her grip.
Mia like looks at it and then looks at her and looks at her and is like, Lissa, thank you for bringing me, but I think you need to do the rest of this on your own, and we'll meet again another time. I need to go now. And
So,
she like
yeah,
tries to rip away and
Alphonse, you and
walk
Bertrand
off.
show up as you see Mia like scoot away from her sister and like freak out.
Does she successfully scoot away?
Let's see. Do
Or like, am
power?
I just walking up as they're struggling?
You're walking up as they're struggling. If you don't
Okay.
want to intervene in any way, we can see if she breaks out.
No, absolutely not. I see a conflict. I can tell Mia is trying to get away from this crazy stranger who has her by the arm, and I am gonna jump right in. I'm gonna say, "Hey, let go of my friend," and I'm gonna try to like separate them.
Okay, yeah. Sure. Make Um,
You can make it a speed check.
I would like
I
to
think
also
it's
use.
power.
I would also like to use magical strength of the bear.
Are you
What,
shoot, which one
evoke
is it?
or which one is it? Yeah.
One's a
It's
contest, one isn't.
oh my goodness, let me look.
And now
One
we
I
all
can't
can't remember.
one I can't use to impact people directly, so I can never
Yeah.
remember.
Arcane action is for the material world around the
And
sorcerer.
evoke,
And then
you can like
evoke is a
shrub,
versus
shove,
test.
grab,
Yeah.
immobilize.
Evoke versus test between the sorcery skill and a target's physical stat,
Mm.
martial or physical skill, or the health attribute.
Yeah, so I guess I'm doing evoke, so sorcery versus gripping
Grappling
versus woman snatching.
Hold on, let me get her stats in order.
versus sisterly arguments.
Yep. That's it.
Misleading.
Looks
What
like
does Lissa
that
do
at a
as her
bare
job?
minimum.
Like, what does she sell? She used
She's
to weave, right?
she used to past tense. And now her family are like traders. They bring in raw goods from the countryside, is what I imagine.
Okay. She.
Because she uses her connection back from the farming
Do you
village
think that
to.
she's strong, agile, or fast?
I think she
Or
was
constitute?
I think she was agile because I think agility is used for weaving.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's gonna be. To cast the spell, make a versus test between the sorcery and the target. Add modifiers for breath and duration. Okay, so she makes her power, and then we add to that, and that's your ob. Oh no!
Oh, wow, she
Ooh.
wasn't expecting
She
Alphonse. 0 successes. Well, you kind of. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you
I
could.
don't know if that's actually a good thing, but
Well, it's gonna make your sorcery roll routine, probably.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know if that's what I need or not.
it's
I
one
don't
ob,
think so.
right? Because it's single target, one person.
Single target, one person. Yeah,
Yeah.
for one scene, which
Yep.
is also 0.
So ob one sorcery.
Cool. Yay! Magical strength of the bear, so I get to add one modifier, right?
Yep.
Because you named it.
Yay! Modifier 1. 0 Artha, base off 1.
Nice.
3
Woo.
successes versus 1. So I just like bound in there and I'm just like, hey, get off my friend. And I like separate them. And that's where we are. Because
are.
obviously Mia looks hurt. Like I see the burns and stuff, and I
She's
see her
better
being
now.
dragged somewhere. Oh, fully better?
Like,
I-
Would I?
all of the actual wounds are like wrapped, so she looks like she's been taken care of.
Okay, but this is still a drastic change from like literally 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Her
True,
hair's,
Yeah.
and
like,
I also
singed.
my hair is singed.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Okay, so
I think
Yeah.
Alphonse like runs up, casts a spell really quick, and like Lissa and Mia both get like shoved to the opposite sides of the bench. And Mia, like this happens to both of you, and you see Lissa like gasp out in pain as she like hits the back of the bench. And you see
oh god, no.
the guard in the back like stand up and his hood falls off. And then you see Bertrand like running towards you as well. What would you
I
like
love
to
it.
do?
I think Mia is like concerned for a half second about her sister. She's like, Lissa, and then looks at Alphonse and is like, Alphonse, what? Calm down.
You were being attacked. And then, so
I wasn't being attacked. That's my sister.
Oh, why was she gripping your arm like that?
And then she like notices the guard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's noticed Bertrand yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then is like running away and is like grabbing Alphonse, is like, time to go. No time to explain.
I probably see the guard. Oh.
And you see Bertrand, and Bertrand's like, get her.
Well, I'm standing there. Like, I'm not going with Mia, but I'm not going to stop her.
Okay, yeah, Mia tugged like once or twice, realized you weren't coming, and is hightailing it.
Yeah, I am absolutely like, nothing is adding up for me.
Okay. Mia, is there like a runaway skill? I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I don't know. I think it really is just speed.
Okay.
Because I feel like I remember reading in the book that speed is one you tend to test a lot, like perception.
Yeah.
Because it has to do with chasing.
Yep.
But we can spend some time and look. Problem is we have to find it. Let me see.
I'm just gonna look real quick.
I got my big old list of stuff.
Well, I looked for
Nope.
flighty. That's not one.
That might be like a. That sounds like a trait almost.
That's true.
You know, you'd think there would be. Running is a skill to some extent. If you're really good at it, but.
Or even like agile. Or
Right, but then there's a stat for that.
that's true. Athletic.
What is? That's probably power. So much to do. I didn't expect.
You weren't expecting a chase scene after chase scene?
No.
Mia doesn't like to be caged in.
I know. That's why you gotta do it. Power.
She probably shouldn't have even sat on that bench. I was not thinking about that.
Sacrificial bench.
Yeah. Okay. Make a speed roll versus. Actually. We're gonna do this. Versus 3.
Okay.
Oh my God, brawling. Oh. This is against Mia, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Your
Okay.
goal is to escape.
Speed. Okay. 3. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Oh yes! 3 for 3. Right on.
Oh my
How are you
goodness.
rolling so well?
This
And
is
I
such
got a
Sean
difficult
thing.
test out of
Has
it. which is
anybody
what I
failed
want.
a test? You failed the first test you did.
At the very beginning.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so this guard like rushes toward you as quickly as he can and like tries to tackle you to the ground. And kind of like gets your legs, but you shake him off and you're just running for it. And like there's like screaming behind you and the guard's like yelling out for like backup and like she's going west or whichever way. And like Bertrand's like trying to talk to Alphonse and like, why didn't you grab her? And there's just chaos. But
And
you're
I
going.
leave it
Stellar.
all behind.
Yep.
Do we want to take a quick break and then resume the scene?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes. Goodness gracious.
Okay. Sounds good. There's lots of excitement now.
Yeah.
How pumped.
Alright, so we'll be back in 10 and we'll pick up from here. Hopefully we'll get Logan on the way, but we'll see. See you guys
Yeah.
soon.
Bye.
And we're back. So Mia is running away. Alphonse, how do you respond to this?
So there's just absolute effing chaos going on,
Yeah.
right?
There's like, you
Okay.
hear like the guards are like, "That's the girl, grab her," and like there's guards like rushing off with swords and stuff. And there's Bertrand like runs up to you and like grabs your shoulder and he's like, "We need to get her."
How aggressively is he grabbing my shoulder?
I mean, like he's not gonna hurt you, but he seems passionate about this.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, Bertrand, what's going on here? Like, this is not a celebration at all, and this is not what Asclepius is about. And what do you have with my friend Mia? Why was that woman trying to grab her?
Bertrand, you see him like take a deep breath, and he's like, "Alphonse, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't understand, but we were trying to heal her, and that is what Asclepius is about."
In character, but out of character question.
Yeah.
I assume I would know of previous attempts to like exorcise people or to ask for God's intervention for people who don't necessarily want it. Would I know if at this point in our society we have like laws against that?
Do you have like law-wise? I feel like that's something you would have.
I think I do, or I think I should. Hold on.
You should.
In terms of just like when I rebalanced my stuff, I can't remember.
You don't.
Oh my god.
But it is
tragic.
Okay.
You can make it a thing.
Yeah.
There is a law. There is like a knowledge of law skill that's not. Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Hold on. It's rule of law. I have it.
There you go.
I was looking for law, but you have it?
Hold on. Let me see if it's on my stats and skills. I have it on my character burner worksheet.
Unlock it, I don't think. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, that's what it'll be.
So wait, it's open on my burner.
It's open. Let me see.
I guess when I went.
So.
Is that something that when I went through and fixed my stuff? Is it possible that when I went through and fixed my stuff a while back, I messed it up?
So
or like didn't.
Currently. Hold on, don't click anything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And in this episode, we're burning new characters.
That's the only one that you're missing, so you should have it. So that's
Okay.
convenient.
That is very convenient.
So add it to your skills.
Okay.
And then.
Do you mind reading off to me what my thing
2.
is? Thank you.
And it's based in perception. That matters.
Awesome.
So this is going to be a common law, so it'll be Ob 2. Do you have any forks that you want to use?
Actually, can I fork in history? Is that a
that's fine.
field? Okay,
Like
cool. So that's just a +1. Of sacrifices or something, I assume. Or like exorcism. Okay, so that's a 1 mod, no art. You said base Ob 2.
Yep. Wow, damn.
2 successes. Ooh, okay.
So what would be the case? I think I want to say that this historically has not been an occurrence, at least not in like current history.
Okay.
There's like stories and myths about like ghosts and possession and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And the gods were all for taking care of that because that's bad for people.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't bode well for me.
So
Okay.
there's no like law against it, but also the
Hmm.
church I think is kind of like separated from the law. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say the church is kind of its own law.
yeah, because there are actual gods and goddesses who like are
Hmm.
more powerful than people. Whatever they choose to do doesn't matter if it's lawful or not
Hmm.
because they've done it. Like
Yeah. Okay.
but there aren't any recent stories of like gods doing anything like this like to modern people. So you don't
Okay.
like yeah.
Okay.
If
So
they
it'd be
chose
like there's
to, it would be
probably
fine. Oh, Logan's here.
Look who's
hello.
Let's
here.
see.
You've
It's
come at such
me.
you've come at such a brilliant time.
Here we
I
go.
saw a rule of law roll, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
You missed a lot of
Yeah.
drama, but it's still going.
It's
So
still going.
Perfect.
Does somebody want to catch him up?
I'll just jump in.
I say we just keep going. Yeah.
Okay, we'll
Just
keep
Yeah.
keep going.
Um. Okay. Yeah. So I'll go back into character with that newfound knowledge
Yep.
of they can do it. Probably they just really haven't in a while.
Yes.
Um. Yeah. Alphonse. Um. Alphonse also takes a deep breath, but it's one of those ones where it's like not to calm down, it's to he's probably gonna blow up at Bertrand. You know how you can tell when people have those deep breaths?
Yeah. It's like
And just
you know the jawbone that like when people get angry like
Mhm.
tenses. Yeah.
Yeah. It's what do you mean needs healed?
Did you not see her wounds?
Is he trying to lie to
Bertram
me?
playing dumb.
Let's see if
Can I see through his deception?
make persuasion versus hold on, let me roll something for him. Oh, he doesn't have a stat block yet.
Oh no.
He's so important, though.
I mean, I just make these as we need them, and he has not.
We've noticed.
It's a minor relationship.
How old is he? He's that old.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
more
He has
fun.
to
7 and 14.
Okay.
Oh, do this.
I was gonna say, while Abby's making that up, real quick, I guess we'll recap now. So, Mia explodes a cottage, of course, is now on the run, wounded. A guard comes. She tries to distract him. He sees through it. He starts to like take her away. She
And
turns
she
into a
blows
cat.
him up?
No,
Oh.
she turns into a cat and she runs away.
hmm
And then she goes and does her thing. Alphonse, I don't even remember what she did.
Alphonse goes to the temple of Athena, like he promised Bertrand,
Oh, exactly.
bearing coffee. And Bertrand's like, hey, there's this awesome thing down at the temple of Asclepius. We should go there. And Alphonse is typical Alphonse and is like, that's change. I don't deal well with change. So he goes and makes his offering to Athena and then leaves with Bertrand to the temple of Asclepius, where he sees Mia.
And Mia's sister had come to find her after Mia had finally made it back to the school. And Mia's sister was like, oh, well, let's catch up and let's go to the temple of Asclepius and pray together. And Mia's like, all right, I guess. Until she gets there, and the same guard that tried to arrest her is at the temple, and Mia realizes this is probably a weird setup trap thing, tries to get away. Alphonse gets here, breaks up Mia and Lissa because Lissa was trying to keep Mia here, and then Mia's run away currently,
Mm,
and Alphonse is dealing with the fallout.
perfect.
Yes, it's super fun.
That's the short
Abby,
and long.
So it's
what?
perception. Well, it's what?
God's let it be perception.
No, it's your will.
Ugh, fine.
Because I think falsehood is typically versus will.
Okay, but I could tell she was at least bandaged.
Yeah, she
So
was
do I
hurt
really?
at one point.
Can at one point, and I saw her being struggled with. Can I do this with a +1? Because whether or not he's lying, it's still like there's a lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah, you can have an
Okay.
advantage die. I think the counter to that is that he's telling you that she was injured, and she actually is injured. So it's also one more ob.
So I can get a +1 and have it be ob 4, or not +1 and ob 3.
No, it's now +1 and +1 ob.
Oh no.
You asked for it and you got it.
I'm fine with it. That just makes it difficult or something.
Well, more options for 6s if you want to fade it.
That's true.
True. 4 successes for a 4. I see right through this ruse, Bertrand. What do you mean she needs healed? Speak plainly.
How? Okay. He tells you like she was wounded, she needed healed, and you're like, no. You just throw that aside. He's like, Alphonse, if you won't help me take care of the problem, I will take care of it myself. And he like turns around to leave.
I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna start keeping pace with him,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna stop asking him questions. Like, what do you need to deal with? Like, what do you mean needs fixed or healed? Slow down and explain it to me. Maybe I can actually help, but you need to be honest with me.
He's like walking towards maybe the guard tower. I don't know. Not where Mia headed, but like away. And he's like, Lissa, come on. And she like follows you guys. And he basically just says like, Mia's sister said she needed help and she's hurting people. So we wanted to see if Asclepius would help us so that these problems to our city stop happening. It's
Without
as simple as that.
I give Lissa a look that should make her fear for her children's lives. What do you mean she's been hurting people?
Admittedly, you could probably tell that me and Lissa are related. Like,
Yeah.
we are sisters. We do look somewhat similar.
Sure, that's
Lissa has a
fine.
chipmunk in her hair.
Minus the hair.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Lissa
how else?
is
How
like
else?
the cleaned up version of Mia.
Oh, okay.
There's no such thing. That's not
So
Mia anymore.
What did you say to her?
I said, what do you mean she's been hurting people?
Lissa just like holds up her mangled hand to you. And she's like, Mia has fortunes, and these fortunes hurt people. I know firsthand how bad this can be.
Firsthand.
I laugh at that. And no, of course not. I wouldn't do anything like that.
She's like, if there's a possibility to save people's lives, we should take it. Have you seen the North Quadrant? It is in ashes.
I haven't seen the North Quadrant, but I don't see how that has anything to do with this. You want to explain the link?
Mia was seen walking away from a fiery explosion with burnt hair and a guilty-looking face.
You'll forgive me for saying this, but I think most arsonists try not to burn their hair. It's where she keeps her pet squirrel. I'll
So you
turn
think
back to
this was all an
Bertrand.
accident?
I'm ignoring her at this point. I turn back to Bertrand and I'm like, Bertrand, you have no idea what magic users do or don't do. Why are you meddling yourself in this and not going straight through the headmaster? Wait, can I bring up the headmaster?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
It's fine. What's the headmaster's name? There's Stella, and then there's the other girl.
My notes.
Sophia.
My
It's
notes.
Sophia.
Sophia.
Mirabella. He's like, Professor Mirabella has not been seen from or heard from in all of these events in the last week or so. I wouldn't be surprised if she's working with Mia.
Fine, then Stella.
I admittedly have not talked to Stella, but do you think that she would understand what's going on?
I assume as someone who's relatively high up in the school, you should have consulted with her. We don't go after rogue demon worshippers without first going through you.
Do you not, because you let one go?
Well, this is the first I've heard anything about Mia worshiping demons. Are you adding to these accusations?
He just like huffs off.
Oh, I'm keeping it
Yeah.
up. Like
It's
I
not
went,
talking to
I
you.
made it. I made it through being a page. Like I'm keeping up
Yeah.
easily.
No, Lissa comes up to his other side, and they're just like whispering to each other, like who they're going to talk to and how they're going to find her and all this stuff.
I'm going to okay, I think I'm going to plant myself in front of him and say, if you'll listen to me, I'll help.
He stops.
Okay, I am in character and out of character, taking literally 10 seconds to figure out what I'm trying to say. And if he is curious about me not knowing what I'm going to say, that's okay. Obviously, Mia was injured in whatever happened in the North Ward. And obviously, I don't want my friend to stay injured. If you promise to actually treat her kindly and to actually stop and listen to the facts before you do anything drastic vis-a-vis Asclepius, then I will try to help you find Mia, and I will try to help get the school involved.
Make a persuasion test versus his will, which is, I need to know, okay, I actually need to know if faith is will or perception based.
Oh,
Or if it's its own thing.
Good
I
question.
would think it would be something.
oh, good. I don't have persuasion. I'm just learning it.
Oh,
Great. But I get to roll it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I say like please cousin for a +1?
Sure. You need all the help you can get.
I do. This is going to be a tough roll.
Yeah, let's see. Faith.
And it's just, is it going to be ob whatever you roll or ob 0?
No, it's versus his base stat number.
Okay.
206. Starting faith. Oh, you open it as B3. And then you progress it.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, it might not be based on anything then.
Yeah. So, it's going to be ob 4.
Oof. Okay, this is going to be not successful.
Impossible.
Oh well. 0 additional complications, right?
Yep.
Okay. 4v8.
That's not terrible. You got 2 6s.
I got 2 6s. which means I can. Hold on, how many of each do I have? I have 7 fate. That means I can spend 1 fate to roll one of those or both of
Both of
those.
Yeah, it makes
Okay,
all
so I
sixes
just
open-ended.
okay, so it's slash d6
Slash
or slash
R
d6 slash
D6.
slash
Or
r
slash R 2D6.
2d6.
Oh, and then roll
Well,
that one again.
okay, slash r d6.
So
Wow.
close.
So that's
7?
6 failures versus or 4.
Only 7. You did 7 to 8.
Yeah, that's
7.
insane.
Yeah, that was really good.
Fine.
Wow, that's crazy. For the record, Logan, you've missed it, but they've only failed 2 rolls now. So,
Also,
It's
literally
because I
every
haven't
roll,
been here.
yeah.
yeah, every roll we've succeeded on has hit the obstacle exactly. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's true.
Almost every single one.
Except for the sorcery ripping you guys apart.
Yeah, there was a couple, but a ridiculous amount were right on the money.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So Bertrand is like, he's like, Alphonse, maybe if you help me bring her in and we hear her story, maybe you'll be able to see our side. If you'd like to help and at least be able to tell what happened to your friend, that's great. If you don't, please leave.
Okay, wait. So he's saying help find her or leave? But if I help find her, I get to hear her side of the story to see how it backs them up.
Yes.
Incriminate herself. Okay. Bertrand, what if what she tells me doesn't match with what you're saying?
Then maybe we'll consider your side. But I'm not guaranteeing that if she is hostile, we will protect her and stop her from harm.
Oh, hold on. Let me look at my traits one more time. Fine, but I can't say that if you have troops blazing in hostile as well, that she won't behave the same.
It sounds like we have a deal. And he continues on to the tower.
Okay, so great. I'm going to take a deep breath and then try to figure out if I know any locating magic, which I don't think that fits under anything that I have. No! Wait, which way did Bertrand go?
What do you mean?
Where was he walking to?
The
He's
tower.
going to the tower, and I'd like to formulate a plan. That's what he was telling Lissa.
Gosh dang it. Because I would. How far away from the tower are we?
You are approaching it, maybe 300, 400 feet away.
Oh, damn it. I wish we were further away. I'll just keep walking with him, honestly.
Okay. So you continue to the tower.
Yeah.
And yeah, he finds a meeting room and sits down with you and Lissa and himself and that one city guard that was that is not in city guard right now.
Gotcha. If possible, I want to break away and see if I can find Captain John.
Okay.
And I'm fine with that being separate.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. I want to hit up Venus real quick to see what happens. So Venus, you wake up in a very hungover, and it's 6:30 ish
In the morning?
p.m.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Probably still half drunk, honestly.
probably.
I have no idea where I am. I've never woken up in this room before. Takes me a couple minutes to get oriented. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what happened. But I'm in the same clothes, so I'll just sort of brush myself off. and leave my room. One, try and figure out when it is.
Yeah.
Like, if it's the same day,
Yeah.
just sort of stop the first person I see and be like, what is today?
He tells you the date, and it's the same day.
Good. I have this banquet tonight. No, okay.
And it's at 7.
Ah, oh my god, I just start running. I don't run, I briskly walk.
Are you changing at all, or are you just wearing what you have?
Is what I'm wearing acceptable
And you have,
for a
like,
banquet?
you've got, like, a little bit of vomit.
I will go back and change.
What does Venus wear to this banquet?
I think Venus wears something very fashionable,
Mhm.
maybe, because he's very fashion-wise.
Yeah.
Almost too fashionable.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Like, almost a little avant-garde. So, like, pushing the boundaries of what would be acceptable.
Uh-huh.
He wears that.
Yeah, good. Then you briskly walk to this banquet then.
And then I briskly walk to the banquet.
Okay. You, so I think the banquet is like, your mother's stuff is very separate from like where all the religious stuff is and where all the poor people live, obviously. Like, neither of those
Yeah.
go well with her. So
Yeah.
you go to like a separate quadrant from Alphonse and Mia altogether, so you don't run into any of that.
Mm-hmm. See a little smoke rising in the distance. Oh, I wonder what that is.
Somebody's having a bonfire.
Ooh, that's fun.
And you show up, and there's like a whole party, and she has bouncers. It's being held at the House of Passion, which is like her thing. And there's like a bouncer outside the door. And you walk up to him, and he recognizes you and like lets you in and tells you like where the VIP section is or something.
Yeah.
And so you get to this party, and there's like, you see Sweet Chrissy like off in the corner talking to a couple of guests.
I love her.
You see some other like of your mother's employees around, like serving drinks or chatting up people that have come to this. And like as you walk through, you see Valentina like sitting in the VIP section talking to like a couple of rich dudes.
I will approach her.
Like pass your way through this like velvet curtain.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, Venus, it's good of you to join us." And she's like, "You may leave now." And the two guys like stand up and walk out.
I'll just sort of sit down and lounge, like sort of like I own the place.
Yeah.
But very respectfully.
Yeah. Like, "It's so good of you to join us. We'll be having dinner soon. I hope you can stay."
I planned on staying. What's the occasion? Because I found out about this from Sweet Chrissy, right? Like, no one told me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, what's the occasion?
You know, we just like to have our fun down here.
Oh, I understand. Well, I have something to report to you, maybe after?
I mean, now
About
works
that.
as well. This is private.
Is it really private?
It's pretty private.
Okay.
There's like music
Okay.
happening outside of the VIP section, and lots of people are talking. So yeah, it's pretty private.
Okay, I'll sort of like lower my voice then. I've made some progress, I think, on that task that you had given me. I've met a few people who seem to also be interested in it, and it's hard to explain. One of them has strange visions, but
You
they
spoke
seem
of
to be
her
promising.
before, I think.
Yes, but this time one of her visions was, I saw it happen, and it was pretty alarming. But it was attached to one of the disappearances. Not that one disappearance, but a different one. You might know her, Jenny from down the road.
I don't. Can't say I've ever met her.
She's not important. Her husband's you're way out of his league. They have a rust child running around. It was really a tragic household. Whatever. This woman went missing, and Mia did her freaky shit around it, and sort of put us on the right path. So we are making some progress. I just wanted to let you know that.
And what was the right path, Venus?
We are investigating that tomorrow. I will let you know.
What are you investigating? Do you have more details?
There was some commotion in the North District. It was like Southern Elm and 21st Street. Or Oak, some tree. I've never been good with them. Tree, and there was a 1 and a 2. It's either 12th or 21st.
Your brother always was the smart one.
Yes, but I'm the magically gifted, and that's all that matters.
You mentioned the Northern Ward, or whatever.
Mhm.
Northern District. She's like, well, you might have difficulty investigating the Northern District have you not heard?
No,
There
I
was
occupied this afternoon.
I see. There was a huge fire. There was rumor that some girl set off a bomb or some kind of explosion, and a significant part of the district has burned down.
Oh my god, that's awful.
It is quite tragic.
Do they know anything about the culprit?
I don't speak with the governing bodies in this city very often.
Oh yeah, no, they're such
But
bores.
I heard rumors that this girl had escaped or something. I don't know. I haven't heard much. This was
Well,
very
hopefully
recently, like in the last 3 hours. I'm surprised you didn't see the smoke.
it's very preoccupied. I mean, hopefully they bring this delinquent before the court and execute her on the spot, I presume. Causing such damage, I can't believe it. Is there a motive?
I haven't heard anything yet. I have people investigating, but as soon as I know anything, I can share it with you. But
I bet it was those religious folk, I've never been fond of them. I bet they have some devious plot or something like that.
I would not be surprised. Most of them are quite zealous.
Too zealous. Any amount of zealotry is too much, but we ran into some awful man today. What was his name? Bernard? Something like that.
A church folk?
Yes.
Bertrand?
No, that's not right.
No, not Bertrand. Must have been some other low life.
I don't believe they were important at all, but they definitely didn't seem important. Anyway, is Victorio here?
He should be here somewhere. Did you not see him out in the main room?
I must have missed him.
Maybe he's in the kitchen. You know how he loves to bother the kitchen staff.
He sure loves to bother people.
She's like, well, thank you for the report. It's good to see you've made some progress. I hope that you can find some luck in the North District. Whether or not it's burned.
Hopefully not the place I want to investigate. That'd be quite unfortunate if, the epicenter was the exact spot I wanted to investigate or something like that.
That would be quite the coincidence, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, I'll leave you, and then I'll, do the little weird French kiss 7 times on each cheek and leave.
You stand up and leave, and as there's there's a couple that's dressed very finely, and they see you walk out, and they're like, "Oh, it's our turn," and then they walk out and close the curtain behind them.
Gross.
Yeah. So then the party's just happening outside.
Can I find Victoria? He is a relationship, so the answer is yes.
If he's there.
If he's there.
Is he here?
I think he is there. So you see, like, he was in the corner that's like opposite of where you would have walked in, so you wouldn't have seen him walk in or something. And he's
Do
just,
I know if he has any relationships or like a good friend or
I think
something
you
like
see
that?
him making out with somebody in the corner. So
God, I hate him. Okay, I'll walk up.
okay, he's just making out with this person.
Say, oh brother, how are those pox coming along? I've heard they've been rather bad recently, and I've just been so worried for your health. You know, they're so contagious.
Make a falsehood obtuse test.
Okay. 2 for 2.
Nice. The I don't know. Do you think that what is his sexuality?
Pan.
Okay, so there's like a girl there, I guess.
Gross.
She looks, yeah. She looks like she looks like she might be from like the nobility. And she like pulls away from him and she's like, ah, and she just leaves to find another guy. Like, brother, why would you interrupt me so?
I don't know. Victoria, how are you? It's been a while since you've meddled in things.
I was doing better until you showed up.
That
But
makes
thank
2
you
of
for
us.
asking. How's the magic school?
You know, being an outstanding child and really just living up to Mother's dream for me. Can you say the same? Seems
That's not quite what I've heard, but it's good that you think that you're doing something.
wouldn't it be the first time you were wrong about something?
Did you bother me for a reason?
No. I just saw you having a good time and I couldn't have that. Anyway, I'll be off and then I'll just walk away.
Okay, you see, like, there's another guy that, like, walks up behind him and, like, touches his shoulder, and he's like, are you alright? And you'd walk away. Yeah.
No, okay, as that, I'll, like... Wait, is that guy staying
Yeah, he's staying.
with Victoria?
Yes.
Okay, I'll, like, start to walk away and come back and be like, I've heard that eating honeycomb 3 times a day really helps with those pox, brother, and then I'll walk away.
Sure. Yeah, this other guy, like, gets into a hot-headed discussion with Victoria. Victoria just, like, glares at you as you walk away.
I don't even pay mind.
I have to imagine you snag a glass of wine or something on the way out.
Oh,
Yeah,
At
a
least.
glass of wine and 3 boys. It's a party at a prostitute's house.
Yeah. Do you leave?
No, I think I just leave that area.
Okay, yeah.
I'll just go mingle with the other people I know.
So you find 3
I'll see if
boys.
anyone knows more about what has happened in the North Board.
Sure. Ooh, is there like a rumor skill? I'll look really quick. Rumor-wise, we'll do that. Open
Yeah, I was gonna say I know
rumor-wise.
there's rumor wise.
Can I open Wise's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rumor-wise.
Yeah, and make it 1, because this is a pretty significant event.
What is it? Perception?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've done this right. What does this little X mean? I don't know. I'll just click.
Open-ended X?
I don't know. And it was Ob 1?
Yeah, that looks
Ooh.
right.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Okay.
Nice. So you find a like a church person, I think.
Okay. That's fine.
But they're like a worshiper of Aphrodite, so that's why they're
Okay.
yeah. And they're standing in the corner talking to somebody else, and they see you walk up, and they're like, they take an interest in you.
Of course they do.
Yeah. Like, oh, Venus, is it?
Who's asking?
I don't know what her name is. Her name? What's a good name? Is Annabelle. So she introduces herself as a priest to Aphrodite or something. And she's like, do people know that Valentina is your mother?
I'm gonna go with not that she is my mother, but I'm always like seen around here, so there's something happening.
Okay, yeah. So she says like, Valentina has told me so much about you.
There's a lot worth mentioning.
How you go to the school, correct?
Yes, I
How is
do,
that?
and I'll do like a little.
Yeah. How's that?
Oh, it's you're the most exciting boar in the city. What is it you do? You said you were from a temple
Yeah,
or something?
the priest at the main temple to Aphrodite.
Is that in the North Ward?
It's close to the North Ward. Can you
Oh,
believe
well, I
the
hope...
tragedy that happened there?
I cannot. Right? Like...
So many people dead.
Jesus! How are you all coping with this? You know?
To be honest, we're really not. I mean, this isn't... We're not trained for this, you know?
What have you heard?
I mean, have you not been up there?
Oh, no, I don't go to the North Ward.
Well, you can't now. It's destroyed.
Wow, it grows more and more destroyed every time I talk to someone.
I mean, the fire is still burning. So.
Jeez, okay.
Luckily, I've heard that it's dying down. And more people come to the temples for protection and healing. So, for the most part, we have it under control now.
It's just so great that even while grave tragedy is striking the city, some of us can find some pleasures, like at parties where we can't hear people screaming in pain, or...
She, like, at the beginning of that, she starts to agree with you, and then she gets confused.
It's just, I know the school is doing all it can to help the people of the North Ward. I just am so glad that the temples are using all of their personnel as well. Just sort of like, why are you here? Why aren't you helping people?
Like, well, Aphrodite doesn't really give us healing for people. I thought I'd come here, see if anybody else had heard anything. I actually had not heard that the magic school was helping the North Ward, so that's good to know that we have allies in this.
I've heard they are helping so much. Anyway, do you all know the cause of it? I was actually going to the North Ward today, so it's a rather large inconvenience.
Hold on.
What a way to phrase it.
Okay. She tells you like the same as you've heard. Like there was some kind of crazy explosion. There was like the city guard found a girl like leaving from the site, but they don't know much about her. And they seem like she noticed on her way here that they seem like they've been more active, like patrolling the streets and stuff.
I'll just, I guess, excuse myself from this conversation and maybe go to like a balcony and just sort of like lounge on the balcony, just watching, see if I can see anything from the North Ward, see if I see anybody on the street.
Yeah. Make a
Maybe like a small girl running or something.
perception. 2.
2.
Yeah.
3, 4,
Nice.
2.
So you see like a little bit of smoke rising from the north. But it seems to be dying down. Like it doesn't look like a raging fire or anything anymore, which is good. You also see, like you're out on a balcony in the front of the building, and Delfino like walks in and the bouncer lets him in.
I don't see any like tangle-haired girl running down the street, singed. Okay. I'll just go find Delfino and hang out with him then.
Okay, yeah. He comes and finds you as well, and he's like, Venus, I
Oh.
expected to find you here. You look worse for wear.
What does that mean, Delfino?
I know your look when you visited the taverns.
Is that what I did? No, I think you're wrong. I would have remembered if I went to the tavern.
I may very well be wrong, Venus, but you might be surprised.
You want to do something fun?
Sure. I'm
Okay,
always
and then
up for fun.
we just go play tricks on Victorio. Like every time he speaks to somebody, we make something happen to him.
Yeah.
Either like magically, like he'll spill a drink on himself, or just make sure he has an awful night.
Sure. Just make like a open sorcery test.
Okay. Just like base up 0.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Cool.
successfully bother him. And nothing goes crazy awry. You do
Perfect.
Get
We don't
some,
burn down the East Ward.
half the city burned in one day. You get some weird looks from some of the more noble people attending. But they don't. But they leave you alone. They just like move to a different section of the room. And after maybe like 30 or 40 minutes, like a servant comes out and rings a bell and says dinner will be served, and they like lead everybody. Maybe upstairs is like outfitted with tables and drinks and stuff. So they lead everybody up there. So I assume you sit with Delfino. I think Victoro joins you.
Fuck him.
And he sits on the other side of Delfino, so he's like Delfino's sandwich between you two.
Okay. Just sort of glare at him. Is it a large crowd of people here?
There are quite a few, like a couple dozen.
Okay. I won't
Maybe
make a
3
scene
dozen.
or anything. I'll just be very well behaved.
Okay. Victoro tries to get back at you. By like interrupting your conversations or something, but it does not handily succeed by any points. He's just annoying.
Yeah, I mean, he's always annoying.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I want to read something.
Who?
Do you have observation?
Yeah, I thought I did. I do not.
What?
Okay. Make observation.
Is that perception based?
Yeah.
Okay. What's my ob?
One, so it'll be doubled to 2.
242. Wow, I am on a roll.
Everybody is. It's been great. So, Delfino kind of like nudges you like with his foot
Mm-hmm.
and like cocks his head and like reaches for like another wine glass from a servant and like you see him like slip something into it and then hand it to Victoria.
Oh. I'll just grab another wine glass for myself, of course.
So yeah, and then Victorio takes it, and that is that. Like the party continues. You don't like no ill effects happen to him throughout this.
Okay,
If you
well,
were
I've
waiting
never been
for
one.
stuff like that, but Delfino seemed to think it was funny, so maybe it will be later. Who knows?
Perfect.
But the party continues. Like Valentina goes up and speaks for like 10 minutes at one point, saying how lucky she is to have all of these people as friends, and like how grateful she is that everybody showed up in the face of this grave tragedy to the city, and da 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 da. It's like, and people are just trying to ignore the fact that that is the case. Like she mentions it once to be polite, and then the rest of it is all about having fun.
I love high society. Okay.
Yeah. But the party is over, and then there's like an after party that you can go to if you want. But this all lasts like the rest of the night.
Yeah, I just slept for like however long. I'm good to go.
Yep.
I'll ignore Victorio for like the rest of the night.
Okay. He ignores you too.
Perfect.
He leaves early from the party, actually.
I'll assume that's because of whatever Delfino did, but I'll actually be like, Delfino, have you seen? Does he know about Victoria?
Him being, you tell me. Is that something?
I don't think he does.
Okay, so he just did whatever he did because he saw that he was annoying you.
Yeah. Delfino, have you seen that man before? Like maybe around the school or Ezra or something?
I can't say that I have. Why? Have you? Do you know him?
We've had a run-in before, but I think he has something to do. Ezra's been acting strange recently, and I'm a little concerned for him, and I think this man has something to do with it. But I'm not quite sure what, but I didn't know if you had seen him around. Maybe keep your eye out for him.
I will.
Let me know if you see him.
Will do.
Okay.
What was
Also,
his name?
this
I didn't catch it.
Delfino, I cannot tell you a lie. His name was Robert.
Shit. Yep. It's like Robert. He did look like quite the noble. Good to know. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thank you. This is such a bore. Do you want to go back to the school?
Sure, of course.
Okay, we just go back to his room.
Okay, yeah. You make your way back. Mia,
I
where do you...
take like 4 more drinks before I go.
Yeah. Where do you run off to?
Oh, this is a good question. um, I'm torn. On the one hand, I think she would want to go back to the school, but she knows it's like everyone knows she's there. And then on the other hand, I want her to go to like the Temple of Artemis and seek sanctuary, but she can't trust kind of the religious order at the moment. So, trying to think. I think she'll go back to the school just because she knows that area the best by now. And I think she knows she'll be able to find Venus and Alphonse more likely there, as well as August might be able to help her. And the school has enough clout that they might be able to protect her somehow.
For the travel back, make an inconspicuous 1 check.
Oh my gosh, I would love to. No Ma, no Artha, 1. Ooh, whoa, 4 successes, and Mia finally knows inconspicuous.
Nice.
Nice.
It's good timing.
Yeah, now she can finally advance this stupid skill.
She rolls it
After
enough.
using it so many times.
Yeah, so you make it back to the school. At one point you see like a city guards member like walking through the street, and you duck into an alley and manage to avoid him. And you make it back, and Venus and Alphonse are both not there at this point.
Okay, I think she goes to August because that's who she trusts the most at the moment. And she knows that his visions are very... Well, 1, he seems to have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And 2, they seem to be pretty spot on. So she's going to try and find August.
Okay. You should have that information, right? Somewhere.
Technically, he's not a relationship, though, so I don't know if I still need to make a circles test.
You do. Do you know what the ob was to find him before?
No, I just have...
So ob 1.
Yeah, I have ob 1 typically, I guess. And he's named? Do I get a bonus because he's named? I forget.
He's named because Logan failed.
Oh, okay. That's fine. So, ob 1 circles test.
Yeah.
All right. No modifiers, no Artha. Base ob 1.
Nice.
1 for 1. Right
so
on.
August is sitting in the library, like reading some book.
Okay. I think Mia goes to him and I think she's kind of in a huff. Like she's been running. She's obviously kind of like sweaty, tired, singed, bandaged. Every she definitely looks out of sorts. She kind of like I don't even think she sits down. I think she goes over to him, like in front of him, puts her hands on the table, and is like, August, I need your help. Is there any place I could hide
Make a
and I won't be
persuasion
found?
check. What's his student? Op 3.
Do I have persuasion? No.
Oh, it's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be impossible if it's op 3.
Yeah, it is.
It's fine. Finally open this skill 2 eventually.
Oof.
Ooh, bombed. 1 to 6. She maybe looks a little crazy.
Yeah,
Like extra crazy. I mean, she always looks crazy, but
extra crazy.
the look in her eye is not together.
He just like calmly closes his book that he was reading. And he puts his hands like in his lap. Like, what did you do?
She like looks at him and she's like, "Oh, what? Your visions finally don't work? You can't see?
They
It's
still
not what
work to
I've
you.
done, it's what's happened to me."
Are you sure you didn't do this?
What did I do? Defend myself from a zombie? And then suddenly I'm under arrest? This city is going to be destroyed without me. I don't know what all these other people want. My own sister betrays me, and this priest is after me?
And you don't see a reason for this.
I don't think she knows that the quarters burned down.
Yeah.
So she goes okay, sure. I set a house on fire. But there was nothing I could do. These little people, these little guardsmen don't understand the bigger stakes that are happening right now. And I didn't harm a person. It was already dead.
So August is he's very chill, like all the time. So he's just sitting there and he's like, Mia, let me show you something. And he like reaches out his hand. Similar to when you shared your vision with him.
Right. But Mia's like not chill right now.
Yeah.
She I think she'll go for it. She looks at him and she says, "Betray me and I will end you."
Oh my god.
And then puts her hand in his.
You see a vision of fire and ash and bodies littering the north region. And like that tavern that you visited, like there's that bartender that was cleaning with a dirty rag and he's like dead, slumped across a chair, like burned to a crisp. And like this vision just continues and like you get like a bird's eye view of the entire area. And it's not all burned. Like, but the surrounding area to where the explosion happened is. And then you break out of it.
Mia snatches her hand back. And I think she's in denial. Like she's like, what was that? How did that how were all those people dead? Who would have done such a thing? And then she kind of just like crumples to the floor, and starts rocking back and forth, and is like, could I have done this? Were those my flames? Was there any way? Were they green flames? Because I
Oh
specifically
yeah,
said
that's really cool. The whole
that,
city burned down in green flames. I love it.
or like it, part of it was green
Yeah,
until
yeah,
it
yeah.
turned,
No,
into regular flame.
that is such a cool mental image.
Uh, yeah, big Game of Thrones, I
Very
guess.
Game of Thrones, but it's
uh,
so cool.
um, yeah, and I think then she just like it hits her, and she just starts weeping
Yeah.
on the floor. It's probably catatonic for a
August
period of time.
comes and like picks her up and carries her. Like he says, we have to hide you. I know where to go. And he like takes her down to the dungeon and like to Professor Frank's place.
Ooh. Authority. I
And
think
just tries to comfort you like as you go.
I think once they finally get down to Franck, she's kind of coming out of it. And is like whispers, August, where are we going?
If we don't put you here, they will come for you. You have to stay here at least for tonight and then we'll figure out a plan tomorrow. Professor Franck can be trusted.
Yeah, and I think she like grips his, like she's like huddled into him, but then she kind of like grips his shirt collar, looks at him, tear streaks, blood red eyes stained, and she says, okay, I trust you. And then just does whatever he says.
He like pulls a book, like a lever book from one of the bookshelves in the thing, and it like opens a secret room, and he shows you in there.
Classic.
Yeah. And there's like a small cot, like it's very simple, but it's set up decently comfortable.
Yeah.
And he leaves you there, and he's like, "Stay here for the night, and I'll come back in the morning. Don't tell anybody about this." And then he leaves.
Yeah, I think Mia nods and just in agreement, and like looks up at the ceiling as if she like can't see the stars, and so she kind of is not comfortable with that, and she starts to sing to herself, of course, but then also I think she is going to cast like an illusion as if there were a ceiling of stars above her, as a way to also provide a comfort.
Yeah, I want you to make your illusion roll.
Great,
You're gonna
so I
burn
can
the school
fail?
down.
No. So
Okay.
it's you roll your perception first, because you're casting it against yourself.
Can I give myself a negative modifier? No.
No, I just want to see if it succeeds or not.
Okay, well, probably against that perception.
Yeah, so then it's halved and it's an op 1.
So we'll do sorcery. I'm actually gonna name it, because who knows, I could use this against someone else at some point. So I think I'm gonna name it just like Vision of Stars. And a base op 1. 4 out of 4.
Nice.
Cool.
Yep, so you recreate the stars on top of the ceiling of this simple room cut out of the dungeon. And I assume fall asleep or something. Or just restlessly stay awake. One of the two.
I don't know. Maybe she drifts, but I think she's too torn up about it. I think she's singing to herself. She's arguing with the visions, the spirits that she can see.
Mm-hmm.
I think she sees like specters of dead people. I see dead people,
Yeah.
and then I mean, maybe she falls asleep
At some
5, 10,
point.
20 minutes at a time, but nothing crazy.
Gotcha. Cool. I think we'll do our second break now. And then we'll come back and we can finish up Alphonse's stuff at the city guard watch. And then we'll do our wrap up after that. So we will be back in 10 and we'll see you all then. Bye. We're back! So, Alphonse, we come back to you. I think you said you wanted to go find Sergeant John?
Yes, I
okay.
do.
You're
Or I'll
trying-
at least ask around.
Yeah. So, you give Bertrand some, excuse, like you need to go find the restroom or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, they're all having their meeting and they start, and you kind of find your way out. Go ahead and make a obtuse circles test.
Oof, 2 is hard. Since I know where his office is, would I get a +1?
Sure.
Yay. One success for 2 fails. That's no bueno, and
No
none of them are
six.
6s. Cool. Wow, okay.
So you go up and knock on his office door. And there's another guard that walks down the stairs behind you, and he's like, "Oh, he's not in. He went out to give orders to the guard that are on duty right now, or something like that." He is around and fine, but he's doing his job.
Yeah, okay, cool. But it sounds like his shift isn't over, right?
Right.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll go back to their planning room.
Cool. So you go back to the planning room, and Bertrand is just talking to this city guard that you don't recognize. That was at the worshipping statue thing
Mm-hmm.
and chased after Mia initially. And Bertrand seems upset. He's telling this guy how his plan didn't work and how he needs to make up for it, and stuff like that. And Lissa's sitting there as well, just kind of listening in and thinking.
Okay. I'll ask him what he thinks he wants to do next.
Mm-hmm. Does he know that Mia's your friend? I think so, yeah.
He's seen us walk together once.
Mm-hmm. So he says something like, well, you've spent time with this girl. Where do you think she would have gone to?
Really, she's only been at the school a few days. I know she came from the forest. I don't know what part of the forest. That's, I think, more Lissa's understanding than mine.
And Lissa kind of shakes her head, and she's like, I haven't spoken to her since she left for the forest. I don't know where she would have gone there. It's days away, though.
Oh, I don't know. She doesn't know the city very well. She's only been here a few days.
So you think the magic school, does she have anybody there that she would trust to hide her while she's on the run?
I don't know that there is anyone. I mean, before you met us when we were out investigating some of the disappearances, and I'm like giving him a hard look about it. The only other person who she's even relatively close with that I know of is Venus, and he is very concerned about his appearance. Forced smile.
And what would that have to do with anything?
I suppose it wouldn't look good to harbor a fugitive,
That is true.
at least in his eyes.
Well, do you think he would be willing to help in this investigation then?
He also just really doesn't like to put effort into things.
I see.
It's just that he's one of the only people who's actually interested in doing anything about, again, we talked about the disappearances.
I mean, we talked about them. Do you have any proof of them? Is that the real problem here? Didn't your information came from the girl?
Which girl?
The girl. Didn't it?
Bertrand, which girl?
The girl.
Okay, out of character, is this Bertrand just calling Mia the girl, or is this Bertrand doesn't remember what?
I don't think he knows her name.
What's going on?
Lissa never told
Mia's
him?
name?
I don't know.
Just, hey, here's this crazy lady I know.
Maybe he does. He probably does.
Probably does.
If he doesn't, I am immediately calling him out on it.
I don't think Mia changed her name.
Are you sure?
Left. I never imagined that. I mean, now it would be useful. I wish she had, I guess.
Okay, so he knows her name. He was calling her the girl,
Okay, so
and
he's
then he's like, Mia.
Oh my God, no. There have been other disappearances. We've talked to people at the guard about this. Have you spoken with Sergeant John?
Who is Sergeant John?
Oh my goodness. I'll turn to one of the other guards. Tell him about Sergeant John.
There's just the one guard in there.
Okay, I'll turn to him.
And he... What? He... It's like Sergeant John. Is that the highest up you've gone?
It's the highest up anyone will take the disappearances seriously. I guess they're either not important enough for the guard to care about, in which case I don't understand why the church would, or that's an important enough position that should have some merit in this conversation.
Well, Sergeant John is not here for this conversation, Alphonse.
That's right. Guard, what was your name?
My name is Captain Logan.
Can I tell if that's his actual name? Also, stop using our names.
Yeah, that's his actual name.
Also, out of character, where does Sergeant and Captain rank in relation to each other?
I would imagine that Captain is higher, but I could be wrong.
I think that is literally like Captain is exactly one rank over Sergeant.
Yeah.
Logan or Sean, I feel like you guys actually know this.
Why would I know?
Searching it up.
That's what I was
I don't
going
know.
for, so I'm glad
Feels
that
like
I
one of the things
randomly
you know.
chose the correct titles.
Also, what is a captain doing just out and about grabbing women?
have.
That's actually in character.
He says, I have deep ties with the church, and they requested my assistance.
Interesting. Bertrand, is that the normal thing to do for someone from the council?
Is what the normal thing to do, Alphonse? I called in a favor. Is that not okay by you?
I don't know. It's something I've never done. What am I doing in this conversation? Well, Bertrand, since you said you would ask the guards to treat her civilly and to not try to bring her in with injury.
And we will.
Just as I will try to help find her and make sure that she doesn't give injury to anyone. No, I am not saying anyone else because you haven't proven that she's done anything. I'm going to go look for her.
May I send somebody with you?
I would love to bring Captain Logan with me.
I hate that I've done this already. Captain Logan will go with you.
Cool.
He stands up and like brushes himself, and he's like, "Well, we best be off. Where are we headed?"
Yes, let's head off. I think we'll start with. Oh my gosh, have I taken Mia to my workshop before?
You haven't taken anybody to your workshop.
Oh, tragic. Okay. This is the guard tower where we have previously fed her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to say, yes, we should set off immediately. But first, we have someone we should talk to here.
But first,
and I'll
a
go
snack.
down. But first, a snack. I'll march us down to the like the cafeteria,
Yep,
whatever,
yep.
and
Isaac
try to
down
find
there
my
making
friend.
some food.
And Isaac, hello.
Hello, Alphonse. It's good to see you again. We've been seeing each other a lot lately.
We have been. It's good, but also this circumstance is less good. Sorry, normally I'd ask about the wife and kids, but you remember the frazzly-haired woman who comes in here and eats all of your food?
I don't.
The one that I've brought with me the last couple of times. What? What? Interesting. Okay, remember she knocked over a whole bag of flour the last time we were here?
There was a lot of flour on my floor. How do you know that?
You fed me, or you gave me coffee to drink, and then when we left, she just knocked that over.
Did you spill my flour?
I helped you clean it up, remember?
You did. That's right.
Anyway, if you see a frazzly-haired girl here trying to steal your food, can you just keep her calm?
Yeah, can do. Usually it's just the guard here, but if I see somebody, I'll let you know.
Thanks. Okay. Let's go back to...
Captain Logan was like, well, that was a dead end, wasn't it?
Yes, I assume. Let's start with where you think it is a supposed scene of crime. Let's go up to the North Ward.
So he takes you up to the North Ward.
Cool. Is that a good place to end the session?
Sure, and then I can figure out what's happened in the North Ward.
Yeah. We can finish drawing our map.
Yeah, our map. I am so excited.
What a session. Goodness gracious.
Was Isaac just covering for me, or what?
No.
Ezra forgot about me, or something. And now Isaac forgot about you. Someone's on to us.
That's not it either.
I was gonna say he shouldn't have forgotten me because of the whole memory thing, because that only affects me, but...
Maybe.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Oh, you forgot about Isaac, right?
I forgot about Isaac, but it seems that Isaac has forgotten about.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Why are you a monster?
My powers are manifold and mysterious.
Jeez, someone needs to off you and save the world. I will take up this mantle.
Yeah, I thought of that last week. I thought that would be interesting. So it actually came up, which was surprising.
All right. So, Fate and Artha.
Yeah, wrap up.
Can we do it like B's then I's then T's? Because I feel like we
Sure.
jump around
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
Okay.
This is a mess this session. I don't think I really did much.
I think I tried to make progress on what happened to Ezra when I was talking to Delphino.
I think you succeeded on the one about your mother, not about the Ezra one. Because you didn't actually learn anything. For sure.
I succeeded on my mother one?
Yeah.
Wasn't one of
Investigate
yours that
these
you have to-
rumors and report back to my mother.
Right.
You don't.
Oh.
You haven't
No.
actually. Yeah.
I was reading the first one. I was like,
No,
I
the
did
second
not find an ally. Okay. Perfect.
Second one.
Oh, gosh.
10.
Perfect. So I got another persona.
Or you didn't succeed on that one because you don't actually. You haven't told her anything.
Oh. I just got a fate. Ugh. Okay.
But you deleted it now, so that's unfortunate.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, good. It's gone from mine.
Well. Anyone else get a B?
I think I started to make progress on convincing Bertrand of my faith, but then that went down the drain.
Yeah, wow, you're like a heretic now.
You still get a fate though.
I don't know about that. Oh, I don't know about that because
Because you tried, and that's all that matters.
Asclepius dies anyway, so is it really a god?
I just like that you and me are becoming villains, and I'm over here just trying to live my life.
Yeah, you
I'm-
used to be the most terrible of us all, and then he has set
Now
fire
you
to a whole
burnt
area.
down a
so-
city.
I am being a civil rights activist.
You're pissing off a lot of people. That's what you're
That's
doing.
usually what happens, and it's usually people of authority. So, yay! And it usually ends so well for everyone.
Whew.
Mia,
I think
Um,
that's it as far as my beliefs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could say I worked towards making amends with my sister, but I don't know. I feel like I went backwards.
Yeah, you
Could you
definitely
lose a fate for that?
And the others just were not relevant this session.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably change that Stella one again with all that's happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
I will finish the job and destroy this city.
Maybe I'll save it by destroying it, I guess. Remember, kids, arson is the answer to everything.
Now we're never going to get sponsored.
Never sponsored. Okay, instincts. Anybody?
Yes, but I'll let Logan go first.
No, I need to know if mine applies or not. You can go.
I jump straight to breaking that fight up.
Yep, that was good.
Yay! Do I need to mark fate on mine?
No, I got it.
Okay, thank you. And I honestly think I tried to do more of the being flustery or being bitchy when things get disorderly.
True, you did do that
You
good.
did do that. I don't. The instinct one is it has to make your life hard, right?
That's true. If Bertrand had pushed back more on
Yeah.
us
If you had failed
doing
your speed roll, then
yeah,
that would have actually come into play, but you made it. Which is fine.
suffering
That's
from
good.
success.
You don't
Yeah.
want your life to be difficult.
It's going to be difficult anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But I do think
cool. That's
the fight
my
breaks that
eyes.
one, because that one, like, you lost some of Bertrand's favor there, so that was good. Yeah. Instincts, you guys.
I mean, the only one I would do is I don't forget slights, and Victoria's slighted. He didn't really slight me. He like punched me in the face, and I'm punching him in the face.
Yeah, that's good. I'll give you one for that.
Okay.
He got he got punched in the face real hard. Mia, do you got any?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I didn't have any vision. I killed a lot of helpless people.
Ooh.
On accident.
On accident, it's fine.
Really, it's because we don't have the civil services in place to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, people built the buildings too close together.
Obviously. So no, I don't think for she's got it.
Okay. And traits.
Did I play up the passionate and smart enough?
I saw the passionate.
Yeah.
I mean, that coming through. Especially when you were like arguing with Bertrand.
Yeah, I agree. There you go. I think practical came into play too, because you actually took Bertrand's offer instead of just leaving.
Yeah, that's true. Yay.
Venus.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing would be I couldn't really tell my mother things because of needing to be evasive, but the rest of them didn't really come up.
Okay, you have enough fate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still playing catch up.
I feel like one of yours. Yeah, a little crazy.
That came up a lot.
A little crazy, maybe vitriolic.
Yeah, you for sure get one for something, for sure.
Maybe Mia should get workhorse for burning down a city.
Maybe.
Rude.
She was doing all the work for that scenario.
I mean, none of this would have happened without her burning down part of the city. So yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think
Having a skill to really make the story go. You did have sorcery, and it really made the story go.
we're going strong now. Yep. Is that all? Anybody have anything else? No.
Nah.
Okay. I think that'll be it. That's a wrap on session 6. As always, thank you for joining us or watching on YouTube. We love the support from the community and all of the love on Twitter that we've gotten since we've started. It's awesome. Anything else? I think that's it for this session.
Do we want to talk next session or next week? Actually, Wednesday, I think I'm going to be doing world building on stream for our second system that we're going to be playing, which will be Dungeon World. So that's sort of the names all system, putting the plural on that systems.
We're finally getting to another system. Yeah.
So we'll be doing Dungeon World, seeing how that goes, and I'm going to be doing world building a little bit next week, and then I think
So
2 weeks from then.
That'll be the 29th, and then we'll do the next Burning Wheel on the 5th. And we'll do character creation for Dungeon World at some point before the first session. which will be the 12th, probably.
Hmm. Yeah, so we're moving to every Wednesday, but alternating sessions
Right,
for
right.
game systems.
Yeah. Which is exciting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
lots
I'm
of stuff
super
going on.
excited for Dungeon World.
None of us have
Yes.
ever played Dungeon World, so
So
we'll see
another
how it
totally
I've
new
goes.
played
one.
it
It's just
once,
like this.
So we'll see.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be a fun time though. So I guess we'll be back. Logan will be back next week for that, and we will see you all there. Till then, bye.